Hi guys, welcome to another session with Sid. I am live on YouTube. This is Learn with Sid. So I've just realised today was actually meant to be a math session, and I've got mixed up because I think the other day when we were meant to be doing the bones on YouTube, it wasn't working. So session 20 didn't work, and that's been done on Facebook. So I think it got me really confused, and I thought it was science for some reason. So I've planned for science, and you guys are prepared for science. So I've sent a message around saying get this equipment for today's session. So I think we'll stick with science today, and I'll do maths tomorrow instead. I'm really annoyed though because it's messed up the order now. But okay, so today is session 22. We are looking at Newton's colour wheel today. So today's session is a science session, and if you are new to this, I am Sid. I do daily YouTube lives on YouTube Learn with Sid every day 3:30. Because it's Easter, I am going to be taking a break on Thursday and Friday this week and next week. Okay, so there'll be no daily lives Thursday and Friday for the next 2 weeks of Easter. And then after that, I'm hoping to stick to daily lives again. So today's session, we are going to be looking at Newton's colour wheel. So what you're going to be needing, I'm just setting up my phone so I can see that I'm live. So let's just get that set up. So today's session, you're going to be needing some white card. So here I've got myself some white card. You're also going to be needing the colours that Newton would have used on his wheel. So I'm going to run through the names of the colours in a second. So get your felt tips out. You're also going to need an object to draw around that's round. So I've got some tape here to draw around that. And some scissors. Oh, I forgot to write scissors. You're going to need some scissors. You're going to need some scissors and a pen or a pencil that we're going to be using to create a spinner. Okay, so I've got myself, I had a pencil here somewhere. I keep misplacing stuff today. It keeps going walkies. You know what it is? I tidied my desk yesterday, and because I've tidied it, I can't find anything anywhere now. It's awful. I can't even see. I saw a pencil earlier today. Where is it? Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? I can't see it now. I'll find a pencil in a second. Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is learning about Newton's colour wheel. So Newton, as you know, was a famous scientist, and he found that there are certain colours where when you put them together, well, he was doing some experiments on optics, and he realised that when you have a prism and you've got white light coming through, it scatters into different colours. And this is how we get the rainbow. So the rainbow is actually light when the sun's coming out, the white light from the sun going into the little raindrops and scattering, and it creates a rainbow. So white light changes into colourful colours. Okay, so white light is made up of lots of different colours. But what Newton realised is you can combine these colours to actually get other colours. If you combine lots of colours together, you're going to get white, or as close as possible to white as you can. So what we're going to do, excuse me, is we're going to be testing out his theory. Okay, so we're going to try and create white by using lots of different colours. Okay, so that's going to be our mission, and we're going to do that by creating a little wheel in which we're going to spin, and we're going to see whether that works. Plus, you can do all sorts of other experiments with this, and this will keep you busy for literally hours. Because if you look at it from an art perspective, there is a technique called Pointillism, which is basically applying little dots, and when you move away from the image, it looks like you perceive it as one colour. So if you put red and yellow dots together, you stand back, it looks orange. So you can do all sorts of crazy things with colour. And I'll show you two different ways of creating a colour wheel, one with Newton's colours and one with some of the work that he did on perception. Okay, so Nicola's watching. Thank you for watching, guys. If you're watching, give me a shout out, and I will read your messages out. So let me know if you guys are watching. So we're doing science today. I got mixed up. It's meant to be maths. I completely forgot. And we're doing science today. So let's get my camera set up, and we're going to get started. Right. So there's certain colours we're going to be using. Let me first of all just set this up for you guys. That is working now. And let's share. Right, let's have a look. Okay, so first thing is we get our card and we're going to be drawing around that. So I've got a pen over here and I think I'll draw the inner circle because it's quite nice and small. Now I'm going to create 2 here because I'm going to show you 2 different techniques that you could do. Actually, let's do 3. I can fit 3 on here. Okay, so you need some white card for this because you want the colors to show up really nicely. Right, so you need some scissors then to cut out your circles. We've got Lubna, hello from Zainab and Fatima. Silent follows. You should say more. You should take part. You should submit your images in. I want to see what you guys are producing because I'm sure you're producing amazing stuff at home. Share it. Share it so I can share it with the rest of the world. Because if you're tuning in live, you've got plenty of time to be submitting your entries. Well, today the deadline is going to be 6 o'clock. I finished slightly earlier. So I actually finished at 5 today. But I'm going to still stick to the 6 o'clock deadline to give you a few hours to create your color wheels. Okay, so we've got one over here. I'm going to do another one over here. And actually, this is a colored card. So at the back of this, it's a holographics card. But it's going to look really cool. It's thick enough for what we're doing. So Newton's work was all about color perception. And that's where he got the idea of a color wheel. So he was looking at how his work actually looked at other people that had done stuff before him, where they'd noticed on a potter's wheel. So potter's wheel are people that work with clay, will make stuff out of pots, and it's a wheel. It spins really fast. You know, they hold the clay and it spins in their hands. And they noticed that when they were adding colors and when it was spinning really fast, they would realize that the colors look different, especially if you had 2 primary colors next to each other. Or if you did dots and they spun really quickly, they look different. They look like a one solid streak. Now, this idea also works with things that we see in the sky. So, for example, shooting stars. Okay, shooting stars we see as not like a single dot. We see a streak going across the sky. Okay, and that's because our color perception is like that. I look frozen. Am I frozen, guys? Is this working? Because it looks like it's a bit frozen today. My internet might be a bit slow. Right, I've just realized you probably need a ruler as well, just to figure out what the center is. Okay, so I've given you too much less stuff today. But you could probably do this without a ruler. But I'm going to use a ruler just to figure out where the center is. So I think that's that looks halfway. So if I do that twice, that will roughly find the center. Okay, so that's roughly the center there. My lines are so thin you can't even see them. Okay, so I've got roughly the center. That's going to be my hole. I'm going to push my pencil through. And I don't know what I've done with my pencil, so I'm going to use a pen for now. So be careful when you're doing this. So have your fingers further apart, or get your parents to help you, because you don't want to stab your fingers by doing this. And if you've got blue tack, put the blue tack underneath, put that on top, and then stab it through. Okay, don't ruin your tables either. Get an adult to help you if you are not going to be able to do this on your own. Okay, I've ripped it. Oh no, I've ripped it. The problem with using card. I've completely ripped that one. Okay, I'm going to cut this through. Let's draw a circle. Cut a circle instead. And that's a thick circle, so I'm probably going to have to use a thicker pen now. Oh, that will work. Okay, so what you want to do is to create a wheel that you can then spin. And if you've got a point, so like a pencil, it's going to spin better. That's spun. Right, so I've got my first one. I'll do the others a bit later. Now what you want to do is to create a number of lines on there, because you want to create a Newton's wheel. So Newton's wheel has 1 red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, and indigo. Okay, so it's got 7 colors. So you want to get 7 sections on here. Now that's not easy to divide. It's not easy to divide in sections. So I'm going to just do that freehand, and I'm going to make them look roughly equal. So we've got 1. Let's do a little mark in the corner, see if I can get 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's roughly right. Okay, so I'm going to then draw some lines there. Now, if you don't get them all equal spaces, you're not going to get a white color, but it'll be interesting to see the different variations that we get. So when he spun his colors, he roughly got like a whitish color, which was quite cool, because you're using, when you do paint, when you mix paint normally, if you mix red and yellow and green and blue and orange, you get like a dark gray blacky kind of color. It's not nice. So what he realized though is if you spin this and you've got the pure kind of primary colors, you actually get white, and that's based on color theory. So what we're going to be doing is coloring these sections in. So my first one over here is going to be red. Color that in. Okay, my second one is going to be yellow. I've used a highlighter color. Okay, and you might want to put a piece of paper underneath so you don't color the table in. So let's put that there. So I can go right to the edges then. Right, so that's my two colors so far. My next one now is going to be orange. Let's see, am I doing them right? I've done it wrong. This is meant to be orange, right? I'm going to go over it. So it's meant to be orange next. At least it's a light color that I've done wrong. So this is going to be an orange. The yellow is next door to it. Because obviously, if you mix red and yellow, you're going to get orange. So the orange needs to be in the middle. Right. Okay. I've recovered from that. Right. So next is going to be the yellow. So we've got red, orange, yellow. Now, when we mix yellow and red paints, we get orange. And if you were doing the abstract session yesterday, I was mixing a yellow with a light orange, with an orange, and it gave an even lighter orange, or like a goldy yellowy color. So you can mix lots of colors, but this is going to work slightly differently here. So we've got these colors so far. Next, what I'm going to be doing is the green is going to go next. So here, I'm going to have, this is a nice green. Green. Now, what do I mix with yellow in terms of paint to get green? Well, yellow and blue mix together to get green. I'm going to put blue next to it. So I've got a nice royal blue color. So let's color that in. And then the other two, I'm not going to do a full wheel color. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with the other two. It's going to be really cool. Right, so this one is nearly done. Now, the last two colors are difficult because they're not ones that we often kind of use. So I've said that we're going to be needing two more colors. One's going to be, let me get this right. So we've got indigo and we've got violet. So an indigo is like a deep sort of purple, and then a violet is more like a purpley purple. So I've got a couple of colors here, so I'm going to see what works. Oops, what happened to my screen? Right, something got disconnected, guys. I think we are back on. Okay, right, let's get going again. So we've got a couple of colors here. I'm going to test them out. So I did say you need a spare piece of paper as well. So let's test out. So this is like a dark blue color. Let's have a look at this one. This is a purpley color. What about this one? Oh, that's a nice purple. So I think that's the purple that we need to get next to the red. And then this needs to be like an indigo. And I think that's the closest to indigo we're going to be getting. So I'm going to be putting this over here. So the last two colors, it's really difficult to find the right shade. So this is meant to be indigo. And then this is meant to be violet. Right, so this is Newton's color wheel, and I've actually got a proper color wheel. I don't have it with me, so I can't show you how it works, but we've used it in workshops, and it's really cool. Right, so I've done that one. Next, what I'm going to do is to have a look at another one over here. Okay, now this one, what we're going to do is to create the center again, and I've learned from my mistake that I've just made that actually pushing a pen through doesn't work. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fold this and then just cut a circle. Well, I'm going to cut a little bit and then cut a circle out. So we've got Musa is watching from Romford. Welcome, guys. I haven't had any submissions from you, Musa, for a while. You need to send some submissions in. Let's see. So I've got a circle. That should be big enough to get my... Ooh, that's going to work. Right, so we've done one. This is our Newton's colour wheel. That one's ready to go. We're going to test it out in a little while. Now, I've got another one over here. And well, I've got three, but I'm going to do this a bit later. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a red dot. I'm going to put a red dot over here. I think my laptop's running out of space. I've been doing so many videos. So I'm going to put a red dot over here, and then I'm going to also put a yellow dot here, and I'm going to put a blue dot over here. Maybe 2 blue dots, maybe 3 blue dots. Okay, so we're going to test these out by spinning them now. And I'm not sure how well this is going to work because I can't seem to find a pencil. Actually, let's see if this will work, because this is my graphics pen. It's quite heavy as well. Okay, so have fun spinning and see if you can get it to look white. Are we ready? Ooh. It's not going to spin fast enough, is it? Did you see for a second the colour started to combine? So you need to practice with that one. Let's do with this one and see what this looks like. Okay, those dots disappeared. Ready? And they turned into coloured strips. I'll do that one more time so you guys can see. Okay, so you could see very quickly there. I'm going to try and create a video where I can slow it down a bit or even speed it up so you can see it. This created a blue streak around the edge, and then this created a streak. And I didn't see what color that was, but if you put the yellow and the red dots together, that should give you an orange color. Now with this one, it's going to be a bit more difficult. If you guys have got a motor at home or something that spins, if you've got an object that spins, you can attach this to the top of it. So spinners are quite good. Again, I don't have a spinner at home, but most of you kids will have spinners at home. The ones where you kind of spin, put this on top and spin it and see what happens, okay? Or if you've got anything else that spins really fast, I'm trying to think what else you guys will have at home that's spinning. But if you have any ideas of anything else that spins, now I do have a motor that works with, I've got a solar rover that we were making over the weekend. So I could attach this to a motor and have it spinning really fast and see what happens. But see if you can make use of anything else around the house, because a pen or a pencil won't work as well. I bet yours of spinners are going to be better. Send your videos in. So don't just send me an image of your spinner. I want to see your videos of your spinners spinning and seeing what colors you guys make. Okay, so send those in by 6 o'clock today. So this is Newton's color wheel. It should, when this spins very fast, look white or like an off-white color. It shouldn't look black. It goes a lighter color, which is really quite amazing. And it's to do with our color perception and how light comes into our eyes. Now, this is like the shooting star. If you see, it's just one star. But when you see it spinning, it looks like it's leaving a long line behind it, and it'll look like one color going all the way around. And that is to do with our color perception. That we can't tell that there's little dots whizzing around because it's going too fast for us to realize. Okay, so have a go at doing those. Send in your spinners spinning and showing me what colors you guys can achieve. I look forward to seeing it. You're going to have better success than me. I think for me, it's just been a bit awful. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll do some maths tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Bye. Bye, guys.